We just got some of the most exciting information about Genshin Impact we've had in a very long time, and I'm not joking. We just got details on KRAI and actual images of what KRAI will look like. And this isn't even like sketchy information. This is literally released by miHoYo and was released last night, so I'm going to go through everything with you guys. Before we get into it, just want to let you know that I am doing a 16,000 Primogem giveaway for absolutely free, so if you want to join that, click the top link in the description. It's not that hard, you just have to get points. The more points you get, the more entries you get, and to get points you just have to do quests, so yeah. Okay, so last night Genshin actually caught everyone off guard, so they released this video that I am going to play while the video is rolling of a web event. And in this web event, it's not just no ordinary web event, all right? Well, people think it's some sort of web event, but right now it just kind of looks like they've dropped a teaser into KRAI. So the video actually begins at the start. I've just sped it up for you guys so you can read it a bit quicker because it is very slow, but it begins going through an eternal moon with, you know, some cool images. The iridescent moon, the crimson shadow sank into the abyssal sea, so it's already sounding very KRAI. And it's actually just explaining the lore behind KRAI, and I suppose, you know, these Snezhnaya and the upcoming areas. So it says, when the frost moon ceased to turn, nations failed, the world no longer sheltered by eternity. And what this basically means, it then shows the Teyvat solar system. Okay, so we thought KRAI, KRAI, Snezhnaya, we thought they were going to be kind of like the last content areas in Genshin, and then we didn't know what to expect after that. This unlocks so many more opportunities. This is essentially saying that there could be different galaxies. Like, this game has such a long-term plan. I don't think it's going to end very soon. It could be like another 10, you know, it could be like a game like Pokemon that just lives forever. So we have Teyvat, that's one of the galaxies. We now have, we're gonna, I mean, just look at the image there. You can actually see a bunch of question marks. I'm guessing one of them is Teyvat, and then all the others are just areas we don't even know, which is actually mind-blowing. And then when you go on the next page, all it shows is this little kind of like light, and it says, beneath the shadow of the moonlight something stirs, unseen yet invitable. And I'm just going to go through the end of the video, guys. It then shows the moon, then it kind of ends, okay, and it talks about the moon again. So basically, right, someone actually increased the brightness on the image where that little star is showing, and this is what it shows. And this is not fake, by the way. As you can see, this is the first little image we have of KRAI. It's been upscaled, it's been brightened as much as it can, so that's why it looks very weird. But how insane is that, guys? We can literally see what KRAI looks like. You can see a very mountainous terrain, and to be honest with you, this shows that KRAI is right around the corner, okay? KRAI is coming up, obviously. I say right around the corner, it's probably going to be released later in this year. I do have an actual release date for you guys, so it will be released around September 2025, and we don't know exactly when. Around the 10th, people believe that's when 6.0 will release, and this is probably when we're going to get our first introduction into KRAI, and it's going to sort of bring us into KRAI like it does with all the other areas. You know, it brings you into a little area first, and then it opens up more and more and more and more. So with this being the first image of KRAI, guys, we now know that this is going to open up many doors. Now, of course, there's going to be new bosses, possibly a new element. You know, there's going to be abyssal energy and stuff being used like that. The bosses are going to be insane. The story is going to be insane. This is technically going to be one of the biggest updates for Genshin in a very long time. But I want you guys to remember that now the door for playable harbingers completely opens up. So you've got to think of characters like Piero, Dottore, the captain, you know, there's so many more that I could mention, but this now opens up a huge opportunity to get some abyssal characters, and characters that we actually never thought would even be in Genshin in the first place. Now, apart from that information that we just received, I can actually tell you everything that we do know about KRAI currently. So KRAI is an autonomous territory in the south of Snezhnaya. It is part of the Cryo region, spelt with a K, but at the same time it is a wild place with its own orders. And of course, I've already told you, the release date will take place in 6.0. KRAI was once actively developed now piles of mechanical scrap remain from the Gradenos projects, which play an important role in the life of the region. The capital of Nod-Krai is Nashhorod. Beyond it live the children of the Frost Moon, who worship some lunar deity, and they possess a more ancient magical power than the 7 elements of Teyvat. The main power group in the region is Voynich Guild, which has an enormous influence in Nod-Krai. So what we can expect is to be possibly introduced to this guild, and it does mention the ancient magical power and it being more powerful than the 7 elements of Teyvat. That would be insane if we get that. I don't know if they're going to give us that. Maybe that's just like something we have to fight against in the story. But also what we have to remember, guys, about this is this area could introduce some insane end game content. You know, we have the Spiral Abyss, we have the Imaginarium Theatre. This could bring even more, because with it being such a difficult area, it could make sense for them to, you know, add a kind of end game area for like more experienced players. Like, that would make a lot of sense to me. And another thing to add, guys, with the Nod-Krai positioning on the map, where will it be positioned? Will it be next to Fontaine, Natlan, you know, all of that? Well, information that has been gained by in-game data indicates that Nod-Krai will be a significant map expansion located beneath Fontaine's western waterfalls, which is connected to Mount Isus. Okay, so now let's talk about the Nod-Krai banners and some other really exciting information about Nod-Krai. So the first banners that we could be seeing of Harbingers coming out would be Dottore and Columbina. So they're the 2 suspected characters that would most likely be released with Nod-Krai for our first introduction. And that is because of their narratives and, you know, their storyline. They've already been kind of involved in the storyline for a while, and their unique abilities. You know, it could be our first introduction to the element. A new boss is the Frostmoon Scions. This is an enigmatic group residing in Nod-Krai's wilds and worshipping a moon deity. So they might serve as a formidable boss, offering unique challenges and rewards. That's all we know right now. And you know how with every area we have an Archon. I wonder what the Archon will be for Nod-Krai, and this obviously, I have some, you know, I imagine it would be the captain, or maybe like an insane boss that we don't even know yet, like a leader, like a lord. I want you guys to leave your kind of speculations and your ideas down below for that one, because that's just a whole entire another rabbit hole. I think that's going to call today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. This has really made me hyped up for Genshin. Save those Primogems, especially if you want to get these characters. So yeah, I'm very excited. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and the information. Please like and comment, you know, anything about Nod-Krai, and subscribe for more vids, and press the bell to never miss any more information. I finally got it all out. All right, thank you guys. Peace.